welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aidan Kasi, also known as Unumpula Kasi, and I hope you are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to join the family and click that post notification bell on. Let's get into today's video. So today I actually just decided to grab my camera and my tripod so that I can shoot this video. I was literally not planning to shoot this video, so if I do this and do that, please just know that this was not planned, and I just wanted to come here and just talk to my camera, okay, and just shoot a YouTube video actually. So I wanted to do a New Year update or an update after my birthday because I'm getting into a new age, and that means growing, making better decisions, and just becoming this becoming this woman that I literally want to be, right? So I started the being more intentional about my 20th series this year, and the reason why I started that was because I wanted to hold myself accountable of my actions and my habits, my behavior, just as a person. I wanted to hold myself accountable, and I really wanted to track my growth through my series of being intentional about my 20s. And am I being intentional? Let's talk about that. So I am about to finish my undergrad, and hopefully next year I do graduate. Right? And I'm shooting this video and I'm just left with, please don't ask me what I'm doing with the scissor. I'm so sorry about that. Let me grab my lip balm. So I'm shooting this video. I'm just left with one exam, literally, right? And so my intentionality comes in such spaces, literally. What is my next move? What is my next plan after I'm done with undergrad? Do I plan to continue to further my education, or do I just want to move into something else? This was probably just for exploration of what uni is like, and stuff like that. But if there's something that I'm planning to do is actually to come back and further my education, guys, I want the title of being Dr. Nkosi. Do you guys get that? I actually want that title of being Dr. Nkosi, right? My intentionality comes literally into waking up every day knowing what's the next thing to do. I feel like a routine just makes me feel like I have more purpose. It makes me have that sense of belonging, right? And I get it. Sometimes I don't need a routine day. Sometimes I just need a day whereby one thing leads to another, and I'm literally okay with that as well. But I think that for me to be able to build the life that I want to build and be the person that I envision myself to be, I need to set a certain routine that I need to stick to and follow. So I'm trying to be very disciplined with myself, and I'm also just trying to be very strict with myself, in as much as I'm a girly and I would be like, no, be soft on yourself. I am soft on myself, baby, trust me. But I feel like for some things to be built and to be put in place for our future, we've got to be strong, and not strong, but we've got to be strict on ourselves. I'm not saying be embogoto. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that be very disciplined on achieving your goals. That is what I'm truly saying. Be very disciplined on achieving your goals. So I started this YouTube channel in 2020. I know, right? Like, the subscribers are not giving 2020 the views. I don't know, but they also just not giving 2020, right? But when I started my YouTube channel, I'm so sorry, there's background noise. But when I started my YouTube channel, right, I was literally on, you guys know my Words Talk, right? If you have not seen my Words Talk videos, please do check them out. So basically, I wanted to start my YouTube channel mainly for inspiring talks, motivational talks, and that was me. And then I think I got challenged. I got not challenged but discouraged along the way because I was seeing the type of content that my peers are producing. So I was like, oh, actually nobody's gonna watch me and stuff. And for a first video on YouTube, my first video got a lot of views actually, but I had to keep it private because I didn't like, you know, when you grow and you just like, girl, what was you doing? But it got a lot of views for a first video, and I felt like I made a lot of sense in there, child. Okay, I'll try to keep it public again. So that was my intention of starting my YouTube video. And then I went to grade 11, grade 12, and then I was really not consistent with my YouTube channel, right? I was just posting whenever I would feel like posting. Like I would spend months not posting. So I recently started just being active, not being active but consistently last year. I think since from last year I've been consistent. I think so. Okay. And my thing is, I feel like I am called into doing Words Talk. So Words Talk, I started Words Talk when I entered for pageant. I was 18. I was 17 actually. I don't know, child. No, I was 18 when I entered for Mrs. Spa SA. So I started my Word Talk segment mainly to inspire and empower my peers. But I really believe that what God has called me into is very special, and it is very, it is, I feel like there's so much anointing into that. So now, me being intentional about my 20s means that I am also intentional about my purpose. I'm also intentional about what God has called me for, right? I see myself doing Words Talk, and last year I started an Instagram page, and I haven't posted for a very long time for Words Talk, and I haven't shot a segment for Words Talk because I really feel like I need to sit down and really structure on how do I grow and how do I really find myself being fully immersed into my purpose, and how do I do that intentionally as well. So being intentional about my purpose means that I am also doing that as well, right? And then I think this year I really started I am taking content creation serious. And maybe I think for the past years I did not have a clear insight as to what could content creation do for you. What is content creation? Like, how can you be creative around content creation? Because that's your creativity. One thing about content creation, that is your creativity. The shooting, the angles, the editing, the voiceovers, sana. That's creativity. And but I really believe that everything is really orchestrated by God. Like literally everything, guys, is orchestrated by God. So I am also, if you guys know me and have been following me for a long time, I go to the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and I'm in the Young People and Children's Division, and I have been the recruiting secretary of the 19th Episcopal district for a year. I'm so sorry, guys, I got disturbed by the storage. So alignment. So literally, okay, I've been an Episcopal secretary last year and this year, and I feel like when I got into my position of the Episcopal secretary, I was really like keeping so much to myself. I was really not that much bold. But as the year went by, I really asked for the character of boldness from God, because I believe that if you're a leader, you've got to be very bold. right? And you have to believe so much in your vision. You've got to believe so much in your mission as well, right? So it also means that I'm also being intentional about where I serve people, the spaces where I serve people, and where I serve God. So, saying all this, right, I have really realized that whatever you do, you are building your future life. Whatever you do, you are building your future self. Whatever you do, you are literally just putting one brick upon another brick for your future life, right? I'm so sorry about that. And please, wherever you go, keep it in your mind that you're being intentional about everything. You're being intentional about your next move. You're being intentional about what you speak and how you speak. Do you get what I'm saying? The places you go to, what you interact on. Do you get what I'm saying? Because everything that you bring or that you allow into your space tells us about your principles. It really tells us about your principles. So it also just means that I am also just being intentional about my relationships, my friendships, my relationship, because I believe that the friends that you keep and the person that you keep in your life are very important. Are very important because what do you mean now I get a heartbreak and I can't focus on my life? Oh God. I'm joking, but it is also very important. And if there's another thing about us guys, one thing about me, I'm a young child, okay, but I ain't never gonna settle for less, especially because I know what I want. Being intentional means that you have to know what you want for yourself, okay? And if you don't get that, you're gonna be like, this is for me and bye, child, okay? So I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for in a partner, because I think we're growing up right now and I don't want this thing of, oh no, you're too young for dating. And we have to be very realistic, guys. We really have to be very realistic, right? I know what I want in a partner. I know how I want my marriage to look like, okay? Aslanila, isikhathi sokulala sikho la. I'm joking, guys. But what I'm trying to say is just that, listen, don't play with your time. And it's okay if you want to explore. I mean, we're all different as people. And if you really want to go there and explore different people, child, do your thing, okay? Do your thing. But don't compromise yourself. Don't compromise your spirituality. Because I think one thing that we likely forget as young people is that when we meet with people, all right, life is spiritual, guys. Honestly, life is spiritual, my goodness. So be very careful as to who you allow into your space. Not everybody is supposed to have access to you, okay? Not everybody. And another thing that I'm understanding about this season of being intentional, I mean, every day you got to wake up with the mindset that I'm literally going to fulfill God's purpose today, and I'm literally going to be very intentional about my life. And one thing that I'm understanding is that I'm in my waiting season, so I'm not rushing anything. I'm not rushing anything. I'm in my waiting season and I'm just allowing God to be God. Okay, I'm letting God to be God, and I'm just like, show me the next step, lead me into my next destination, because God knows why we're here, guys, and God knows what He has in store for you. So I feel like if you feel like you are everything is not coming right, maybe do not put pressure on yourself, okay? Do not put pressure on yourself. They say life starts in 30s. They say life starts in 30s, literally, okay? So really do not put pressure on yourself. You're doing okay, you're doing fine. As long as you see progress from yesterday, that is all that matters. As long as you see progress from yesterday, that is all that matters, sweetie, honestly. And if there's one thing I'm gonna leave you with, is that in everything that you do, be God's ambassador. Present God. You know, wherever you go, present God. If you believe so much in the fact that God is orchestrating your perfect life, you are already living your perfect life. It's just that sometimes you think the perfect life is that mansion that I want. Do you get what I'm saying? But the fact that you have that car, that is your perfect life, honestly. So in everything that you do, remember that you're not just by yourself, but you're with God, and you gotta respect that man, because he's been carrying us and he's the reason why we're here. Okay, but this is all that I have, and I'm just saying that may we continue building, may we continue living our life to the best, may we continue just being the best versions of ourselves that we want to be. And yeah, guys, go out there, show the world what you're made of, and be proud of yourself literally every day. Right, be proud of yourself. So yeah, and please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And thank you for watching. From me to you, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.